You're listening to The Blunt Truth. Unscripted, uncensored, unwoke. Get ready to challenge everything.
What up, everybody? This is Dougie Moore and
Steven Sapphic, you know me.
And we are on the Blunt Truth podcast, motherfucker. And we're about to talk about semen retention today. So, ladies, you gotta take the back seat in this one and let the fellas listen to this a little bit more, because you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can definitely do an episode dedicated to female sexual energy. This is not that episode.
It is not that episode. So yeah, what I want to pretty much chop up is like, I just feel like the less you jerk off and the less you or the more you retain your seed is you get that sacred energy. You get that sacred, that sacred substance that the gods have been telling us not to squander, you know what I mean? And I feel like when you don't squander your seed, you have that extra energy to do other things. It's a God-given energy. Like it's an extra battery, if sort of saying, and if you're not sitting around and jerking it in a sock all the time, you have the energy to go do something, go, accomplish something, get your dreams accomplished, go get a hobby, go do something that'll make it so that you're not stuck. Because if you keep doing that all day, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stagnant. You're wasting your superpower. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's really cool that you said battery, because I talk a lot about how all technology is modeled after nature. And I believe that when a man rings that seed and avoids ejaculating, that it can actually become physiologically reabsorbed and goes into the spinal fluid, merges with the spinal fluid and makes the cerebrospinal fluid more magnetic, which helps the man sync up to the moon cycles like the tide would with the magnet. But as Dougie was saying, it's a battery. It's literally going to be expressed through a different chakra. Once you patch that root up, that energy can come out any number of ways. You can be a better father for your house if it comes out your sacral. You can express love in more wise ways. You can make music and inventions and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's a creative energy. You know what I mean? It's made to create. Instead of going and you wasting it, like I said, on a sock, you can go and create whatever you want. You know what I mean? Anything you put your head to, just think about it, and you can literally have it in physical form if you just lay off the porn. They say all the sins and all the things that cost money and stuff for porn, but you cost you your soul. You know what I mean? Even though Pornhub and all that's free, it's not free. They know what they're doing to you. They know it. And they know what it costs you. So that's why it's free in a currency sense. But if you were to just stop it for a good 3 or 4 months just for a try and see what you could accomplish, then you will be surprised at the outcomes. You know what I mean? Because utilizing seed retention with meditation on top of it, there's nothing really stopping you. What, no illness, no bad energy? Like, don't you want to become like the crazy god that you were born? You know what I mean? You're losing your superpower by going to these sites all the time.
And I can tell you, I don't know if you know anything about Kabbalah or the Tree of Life framework, but there's a expression by a famous Kabbalist whose name escapes me that basically if a man is not retaining his seed, then everything else he's doing for his inner work is like useless. Right. That's like the most fundamental thing that you need to be doing. And I can tell you, even me having taken it as far as 7 days, 9 days, look, I struggle, and it is my probably number one barrier, right? Because my mind, my heart, my sense feels very good, but I do struggle to retain that seed for more than like a week to 9 days. And what that means is that it is a hologram of life force energy. So it means I struggle to save money. It means I struggle to recognize and or magnetize opportunities. I struggle to express myself. I mean, like Dougie's saying, the longer you save it, the higher up that energy builds inside you and the more different ways it can manifest.
But that's the whole goal. Like even the whole story of Santa Claus is about this sexual energy going down your spine and then coming back up to your brain. And that's the overall goal. It goes down the spine in your brain called the claustrum, where they get Santa Claus from. And it goes down the spine. And if you can hold on to it for over a month, 2 months, you can utilize that energy. It's going to go right back up to your spine. And that's the definition of, or the symbolism of heaven. It's going from hell down all the way up. It's into the head, into your third eye. You know what I mean? And you're going to be able to utilize this creative energy that people tend to squander like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And the act of sex is super sacred. It's the most sacred thing that you could do as a human being. You're making a person with literally nothing. The city wants you to squander this miracle, this energy, and think that like sex on the first day is normal, or like, it's sad. You know what I mean? And everything's so sexualized now.
Great point. And I believe that in our society, we are so conditioned to connect, from a bottom up perspective. So like you're saying, first it'll be sexual, physical attraction, hook up, see how it goes. But what happens is it's not aligned. You're not aligned on the heart level. You're not aligned on the throat or the mind level, but you've already exchanged permanent downloads and uploads between your auras, between the soul. And so that has a lasting effect on both parties, not to make a gender thing out of it. And
well, I've read somewhere that when a female has sex with multiple different partners, each partner she has sex with leaves one strand of DNA of them inside of them forever. So their energy,
well, for one lifetime, then the soul.
For one lifetime, aka forever in this sense. You know what I mean?
But no, because if we recognize that we are souls and that these bodies are essentially vehicles that we are blessed to inhabit, it's not actually forever on the soul. The soul is eternal. Being eternal is a property of the soul.
No.
It's explicitly not forever because it's genetic. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not forever. I mean, forever in this physical body. It's going to be, it's
lifetime.
Lifetime. Right. It's going to be with you. So when I see this new porn star having sex with 100 people and now she wants to do 1,000, dude, she was crying. She was literally crying after 80. Because
even
of all
women
of the
don't support that. Nobody supports that
damage that she did. You know what I mean?
And
then she wants to do 1,000, and it's like,
I don't know what a person has to believe to witness that and feel okay with it, but it's nowhere near grounded in any type of reality.
No, but what it is it's the lust for the physical. You know what I mean? It's the lust after the physical. That goes back to the semen retention. It's you're lusting after the physical that's making you lose that energy. That doesn't need to be there. You need to look something more eternal, something more spiritual, more something worthwhile than just a nut and a sock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's where the top-down connection comes in, because when you meet a woman, and as a man, when you meet a woman, you connect, first of all, spiritually, at the crown level. It's a knowingness. It's a resonance. You're like, damn, like, there could be something about her. Then you connect intellectually. What do you believe? What are your values? Where are you trying to go in life? Then you might communicate through the throat, connect. Then you might actually open up with your heart. When you finally, if you even get down to the root, when you do, it's going to be the most aligned, ecstatic, divine sex of your life.
Right, because you're hitting all three. You're hitting the mind, the body, and the spirit.
I thought you were going to say all three holes. Never mind. Continue.
No. The mind, the body, and the spirit. That's why. You know what I mean? It's because you got the connection of all three. When you're just going and fucking random people, you're just lusting after the body, which is not going to lead anywhere, which is going to leave you spiritually stagnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you won't grow spiritually because you just loop these patterns.
Right. And you're just lusting after the flesh, not using that sexual energy to create a child out of love. You know
So
what I
how do
mean?
you change that? If somebody is a flesh addict, let's say it's a daily thing for them, multiple times a day. How do you go from being that immersed?
Well, this is the thing. It's hard for me to comment on that because I have no arms or legs and I can't jerk off. So what I usually do is I usually just have girls do it. But I don't have the blessing or the what I don't know, what would you call that? Privilege. I don't have the privilege to jerk it off anytime I want. You know what I mean?
I
So
always kind of assumed that you could use your mind and like flex your muscles because I know some dudes can do that. So I assume that you must be able to.
Chilling, I haven't figured that out yet, and that's like a whole nother tantra that I have to figure out.
We have to
But
do an
no, right
episode
now,
on that.
I have to figure out, I have to just have girls do it.
Well-
What I'm saying is, what one would have to do is realize that one, they have the problem. That's first and foremost. Two, whether they want to continue this problem that they have. Maybe they like to do it. And if they don't like to do it, right? One, and then they two realize they have the problem. Then three, that's when you can start to fix it. It's not going to do any good if you realize your problem, but you like doing it and you're going to keep doing it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna really change yourself and you realize you have a problem, then that's when you have to start changing yourself. You have to start changing your routine because you doing that is a routine thing. Ever since you were able to touch you've been wanting to do it anytime you can because it feels great. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? You have to break the routine. You have to put your mind on something else. Whenever you think about loading up that fucking website, go look up something up instead. Go on a walk. Go learn how to grow weed. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out.
We don't encourage.
Kind of day. Just saying, there's a bagillion things you could do besides that one thing. You know what I mean? And it's all about discipline, and
Yeah.
it's all about knowing what you have to do to get better, and you have to do it. Discipline is doing stuff you don't want to do, so you have to do it. You know what
And
I
I can
mean?
tell you, I've been doing a menorah, like a homemade menorah here, and I was on like a 5-day streak, maybe even a 6-day streak. I don't really count. And then I had set this intention with myself, a commitment to myself. I said, no spilling seed until we are at more than 10,000 a month recurring revenue. And I was feeling good about that. And then like earlier today, I slipped up. And so I go through cycles of shame and remorse and feeling like a failure. And I start beating myself up in my head.
Well, see,
So-
this is the best part, man. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't beat yourself up or feel like that. If you mess up, then you mess up. Do it next. Do it tomorrow. Start now. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point in dwelling on it. It happened, bro. But you just gotta just start over. Start. Don't do it until we hit 10,000, man. Do it for a month. If you know you have a problem and you want to fix yourself, just try it. Try it for a month. And if you can do it for a month, go longer. You'll see the difference after 2-3 weeks. I guarantee it. If you're a daily or once every other day, jerk off for a person,
Jerk
I don't
offer.
know. Jerk offer? I don't know what to call you guys. I'm not one of you. I don't know. But if you want to try it, all to it. You should definitely do it.
You'll definitely feel results in that long. I mean, if I feel results as much as I do in 4 days, 5 days, especially a week, I'll say the number one resource is called Male Sexual Energy. And it's by a guy named Montauk, last name Chia. He's a Chinese traditional medicine Taoist guy. And he teaches you how to recirculate the energy because a lot of times what happens is it builds up down in the root and you have to learn how to do, like Dougie's saying, certain kinds of breath work, certain kinds of meditation, even visualizations to get that energy up, unstuck, and even around down the front of your body. So that's a really good, basic introduction to that. Yeah, and also this is our first episode after launching, and we have mad traffic, mad fans. People have been DMing you.
You guys. You guys are what make my heart smile. Yeah. And let's keep it up because the more people we get, the better. Tell a friend to tell a friend. For real.
Yeah. subscribe, iTunes, Spotify, drop a review if you can. Yeah, we're super grateful, and we're just getting started. We have a list of topics that I think y'all will love. Let us know what you want to hear as well, and catch y'all in a week.
See you later. Peace out.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to The Blunt Truth with Stephen and Dougie. Enjoy the conversation. Join us every Wednesday for more unfiltered discussions. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your support keeps the truth coming. Elevate your journey. Connect with us on social media at blunttruthpodcast.com. Until next time, be kind, keep growing, and remember, knowledge is infinite.